So the Battlefield 5 beta is now available for the pre-order people like myself, and I've got my hands on it last night. Sorry I didn't get a stream. We got a little bit of a family issue happening, so I had to take care of that before we could get on. But I did play a little bit last night, and it is a ton of fun. So today I'm just going to go over my first impressions and some things that I liked, some things that I didn't, and then some things that I'm kind of on the fence on. Welcome back, and it's important to remember while I go over these things that this is the beta. There is a chance that some of these things will change from now until the game is released, since it is 2 months away. And on top of that, this is my personal opinion, so there are things that I may not like that you do, and there are things that I may like that you don't. So keep that in mind. This isn't an end-all, be-all. Everyone has different preferences. This is just based off of my own preferences, and again, this is just my first initial response to the things in Battlefield 5. I only played it last night for a couple hours, so my outlook on things may change and evolve as time goes on. It's okay to change your mind on things as you progress throughout the game or throughout life in general. So let's go ahead and start with the things that I did not like, since I do like to end things on a positive note. That way you guys are nice and happy when you leave my channel. So the things I didn't like. First thing is on Battlefield games, and this is on all Battlefield games. I've always had an issue with this. The controls always feel a little clunky at the start for Battlefield. The main reason for it is if you go into the settings, gameplay settings and the control settings, the control settings have a easy mode editing, so you can change, your sensitivity and things like that. And then if you go into the more advanced settings, that's what you really need to change to make the controls feel a lot better. A lot of games, like Rainbow Six for example, make it very easy to change your dead zone. Battlefield, it's a little bit more complicated. Now this does have its pros and cons. The cons, of course, is that as soon as you get the game and you load in, your controls are going to feel horrible. Now that does turn some people off right away. Other games are smooth right from the start, or just take some simple adjustments to the settings in order to make things perfect. On the pro side, once you spend some time in the controls and you find where you like it, the game does feel a lot better. So this is one that is definitely going to change as time goes on, as soon as I figure out how to get the controls where I want them. Since each Battlefield is a little different, it seems, I can't copy one setting from one Battlefield and move it to the next. Kind of have to play with it a little bit each time. Probably won't do that for the beta, but it is what it is. The next thing that I don't really like that I kind of want to see changed is if you decide that you don't want to respawn, usually you have your quick bleed out option or your, long bleed out option. Those are really the two options that you have. Now even the quick bleed out option still takes a little longer than I would like. So if I want to bleed out, or if I don't want to be revived, let's say I died in a bad spot because, I was playing like an idiot and I ran out in the open and got shot. If I don't want other medics to run out and try to revive me, I should have the option to bleed out very, very, very quickly. Right now, it still takes a little while. You can still give people enough time to get out to you. I just want that to be a little bit faster, because if I'm hitting the bleed out option, that means I don't want to be revived, and so I don't want to give people a chance to revive me. Again, personal preference. That might change as things goes on. But right now, I want to play with all the different weapons. So I want to change them each time I die, just so I can make sure I get a little bit of everything. And the third thing I'm kind of having trouble with Battlefield 5 is it's kind of hard to see sometimes, or to tell what's a person and what's not. So in the older Battlefield series, and this is something that I actually like that was changed, is this way that spotting worked. You used to be able to spot and it would be super obvious where the enemy was. You can shoot them pretty easily, and the spotting was just spammed, so you'd basically play off your mini-map. Well, they changed the spotting system. Now you have like a Rainbow Six marker system where it puts a yellow dot somewhere, so you can use that if you're in your squad to put a yellow dot and say, hey, I'm going to move there, which is great, if you're trying to do the team play and move a little bit more tactical. But it does make it rather difficult if you're trying to tell someone who's not on mic or isn't listening to their mic where the enemy team is. So there's a middle ground there that I kind of want to be found, but at the same time, I would much prefer the current spotting system as opposed to the previous system. I just want it to be a little bit more friendly for the more casual style players. Let's go ahead and move on to the good. So the things that I really am enjoying, and this one is a small change, but just the simple change to the spawn screen. When you're able to spawn in on a squad member, after you die, it automatically takes you to be able to spawn on someone. and you can see what they see or where they are, so that way you know what kind of fight you're getting into if you decide to spawn on them. I like that change. It's a minor change, but it's still really nice to have. It lets me know if I want to spawn on someone or if I just want to go ahead and select an actual objective point. The second thing that I'm really loving is the limited ammo. So a lot of times I find myself running out of ammunition while I'm playing my medic, and I love the medic class in this game. They get the SMGs. It's really nice. I feel comfortable running in to try to save someone. Love it. But anyway, you do tend to run out of ammo, and so you can replenish ammo a couple ways. You can either have a support guy help you out and give you some ammo. You can find ammo crates where you can go reload yourself completely on ammo. And then, the downfall of using one of those, though, is that you might get shot since someone might be camping it. Or you can pick up ammo off people that you kill. So every time you kill someone, they drop a little bit of ammo. You can go pick it up if you're safe to do so. And that might be able to keep you in the fight a little bit longer. But it prevents people from camping and holding a spot in an entire game, which is really nice. Third is the fortifications. So I played a little bit with the fortifications on the airborne mode, and it was really cool to see people at the A objective just start throwing up as many sandbag walls as possible in order to give us a little place to hold. It was really neat, and I really did like that quite a bit. I'm still trying to figure out when is a good time or where's a good time to place them, when you're running around Conquest, but they're really fun to have, and it's really neat. And finally, the time to kill in Battlefield 5 is spot on perfect. I'm actually really liking it quite a bit. It's a lot better than Battlefield 1. It feels like the weapons are actually packing a punch, and you're able to take down 2, 3, maybe sometimes 4 guys before you need to reload or switch to a secondary, which is fantastic, because in Battlefield 1, you can only take down 1 person for the most part per magazine, which was really frustrating and super annoying. But right now in this Battlefield 5, the time to kill is so much better. It's so much faster, and I really like that quite a bit. Now, that's not all the things I enjoy. There's a lot of things I enjoy about this game. Those are the things that just stood out. And then there are a few things that I'm currently on the fence about. So you do have the ability to upgrade your weapons to make them better, make them more accurate, and while it's cool in theory, I do kind of worry about it since it may pigeonhole people into playing with one specific weapon if it's been upgraded versus another. But it is a nice little progression or side progression that you can work on within each class to upgrade all of your weapons. And you do that through scrap, which is really neat. You also have the attachments, which it looks like you'll be able to buy. And the last thing that I'm kind of on the fence on, which I'm hoping will change and is just a bug, you're not able to get the weapons that you unlock until you go back to the main menu. So again, playing medic pretty much all night. My medic got to level 5 pretty quickly. However, I was not able to use the second medic weapon until I went back to the main menu. At that point, I found out that I can upgrade weapons, so there's no point in using the second medic weapon right now, being that it's worse in all stats, especially with the upgraded first weapon. So I guess the second weapon has a faster rate of fire, but either way, with that, you have a lot of recoil too. So it's something I'm on the fence on. Hopefully they can fix it, or hopefully it's just a bug. Well, that's pretty much all I have. So for those of you who are not playing the beta in the early access yet, it does come out tomorrow on Thursday for you. I'm going to try to stream Thursday. Hopefully we don't have any issues with the family at that point. Just wanted to go ahead and give you guys my thoughts. I hope you guys liked it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. And remember, hit that like, subscribe, and notification button if you haven't already. I appreciate your guys' time. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in game.